Oh, I'm supposed to be live right now. Takes a second, I suppose. Or is it just not going yet? Just not going yet. No, it says it's going. It says we are live. Oh, there we go. Now I need 2. And I don't know why it resets all my tags every time. Oh, no, it doesn't. Cool, that's perfect. That's what I needed it to be. Good. Whoa, the upload is really fucking bad. I don't know that this is going to work. The upload is really fucking bad. Really fucking bad. There's no delay, though. We'll see. About you go away. Get that copied. Kill that. Just seems to be having a problem on Twitch specifically. No, it's kind of working. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Here. This one. Doing events. I do that. What's up, Belinda? How are you doing today? Sorry, I'm just trying to set everything up here. How you doing? It's good to see you. I think that's the fastest I've ever set up my stream. Quite possibly. Hopefully it's not like doing any delay or anything. It's saying like my upload is really bad. Good. What's new? We have not had the opportunity to chat all that much. What's going on, Biscuits? Big old Biscuit? Ega Bistinto? How are you doing today? I sound good? Awesome. And then Ega said I sound good as well, so perfect. Thank you very much. How are you doing, Ega? Hopefully it's showing the chat coming from 2 places. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't show the I gotta figure out a way to do that so it shows who, like, you guys who's talking in Twitch and who's not. It's going pretty good, Big Biscuit. I'm just kind of chilling. I've been real fucking exhausted. I'm supposed to have 72 to 80 hours on the pay cycles, and I have like 128 this pay cycle. The higher up bosses are not happy about it, but what can you do? I've worked way fucking more than I was supposed to. I have these nicotine things to try to help. This is really like the last 3 days, the dreams about smoking have been fucking insane. Like, they're bad, and I'm like waking up looking for them and shit. And I'm like slowly starting to lose my mind. But everything's going well. Big Biscuit, have we talked before? No, this is they're called FRE, so they're higher milligrams. So like, I wasn't just casually smoking like a little bit here and there. I've been smoking at minimum a pack and a half or 2 a day for almost 24 years, just about 24 years. So like, I've been around it. I've had a lot of nicotine over the past few years. But I have Zyn. I have 6 milligram ones, but they're like, I'm going through them too quick, and I want to get myself at a place where like I can taper off, kind of. You know what I mean? So like, I have Zyns, but I have these things. They're 15 milligrams. I'm like pretty much alternating between these and Zyns, so I can do like 15, 12, or 6. So I'm hoping I can do that. And then like I do vape. That's part of it. I know technically smoking, but like that's the thing. Like I've been vaping, smoking 2 or 3 packs of cigarettes a day, a can of chewing tobacco, a can of Zen. Like it's constant nicotine intake that I'm fighting into. The vapes, I was doing these for fucking the last like 3 or 4 years. I've had this one for almost 3 weeks. One of these vapes lasts me 3 weeks. So it's like I'm not gonna beat myself up for that, but I am trying to stop. So it's really just the pouches now that I'm doing. I'll hit the vape every now and again, but it's really just the pouches. So I'm trying to knock that shit off too. Dude, same, Ega. Someone commented in the, because I made like a little YouTube short about like, you know, I hit 2 weeks today without a cigarette, which I think is huge. And someone was like, nicotine's the hardest to quit. Oh, you've been watching my shorts and using as well? Hell yeah. Well, welcome. And they were like, he was like, well, I quit heroin after 6 years and all this stuff. Like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, like all that shit. And I'm like, I did heroin, like, I'm talking like almost 100 bags a day. Like, a absurd amount of heroin for like 8 years. And I kicked cold turkey. I had post-acute withdrawal for like fucking almost a full year. And like, the guy was just being a condescending dick for it. I was like, that's why, that's the only benefit of not smoking, not doing hard drugs, is because there's no, like, heroin and stuff like that. There's an immediate, like, fuck, this sucks. It, like, hammers it in, so you never want to do it again. There's nothing like that with smoking. Like, there's a little bit of a social stigma now. Well, there was for a few years. Now it's back to everybody vaping and shit. But, like, it's like, whatever. People will be like, oh, you really shouldn't smoke, and they'll leave it at that. When you're on the side of the road shooting heroin and smoking meth, people have a problem with that. You know what I mean? So, like, cigarettes are kind of acceptable in society, so that's what makes it so fucking hard to quit. And, like, you know, even here, like, I'm a recovering alcoholic and shit. Like, I can walk down to any store and get a pack of cigarettes at any time. Every convenience store in town is open 24 hours. It'd take me 15 minutes to get a pack of cigarettes. Even the package stores and liquor stores close at like 10 o'clock. They stop selling liquor. So, like, you know what I mean? And, like, I've tried quitting a ton of fucking times. Like, probably, like, legitimately tried quitting, like, 8 or 9 times. And then kind of the half-ass, like, the whole, you know, I'm going to quit after this pack type of thing. But, like, legitimately, I've tried quitting a few times. And, like, this is by far the longest I've made it. I made it about... Technically, the longest I've ever gone without a cigarette was a month. And that was basic training. And I was able to find nicotine from the kitchen staff. They were selling me packs of cigarettes because they were on work release from prison. And they were selling me packs of smokes. Oh, thanks for the sub, dude. I appreciate that very much. Hell yeah. Thanks, Big Biscuit. Oh, so, like, you just started watching my shorts, huh? Hell yeah. Oh, Ega, you sub too. Wait, I'm confused now. My interface is telling me 2 different things. So, Big Biscuit, did you just subscribe to YouTube and Twitch? Are you two? Is it 2 different people, or I'm confused? Because it's weird. My overlay is saying that you subscribed on YouTube. Oh, and Ega did. Oh, you're Esperanto. Thanks for resubbing, dude. You are subbed through Twitch, so it's both of you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Hell yeah. And then, like, someone did the standard, like, oh, just don't talk about it. Every time you talk about it, you're gonna want to do it. It's like, any person that tells you how to cope with anything will tell you need to fucking talk about it. Like, I just wanted to be like, you're like the type of person I'd go up to a vet and be like, just forget about your deployments. Just sweep that shit under the rug. But yeah, Esperanto, I appreciate you so much, dude. And I appreciate you too, Biscuit. And good luck with your quitting journey. I couldn't get behind, like, the nicotine gum. I tried when I first got sober back in 2013. I had nicotine gum and patches. And then, so naturally, I would have a patch on with gum, like, lipped, and I would smoke a cigarette. So, like, that definitely, like, you know, I was doing it addictively type of thing. So that definitely didn't work. And, like, then there's like, you know, the sobriety component of it, right? So, I got sober the first time in 2013, and I was sober for 6 years. And then I relapsed for a couple months, and I've been sober for 5 now. And the whole entire time, I've been like, well, I quit doing heroin and coke and meth. I quit fucking messing around with like risky people. I quit drinking. I quit all the things. So like, just let me have my cigarettes, bro. Like, and I'm starting to like not let myself have that excuse anymore. I am Biscuit, yes. My whole YouTube short thing started because I was just like, I wanted to start trying to track my bipolar. Well, actually, it really started because I had been homeless for about 6 months already, and things were just getting really difficult, and I didn't know what to do, and I had no money for food. So I made a short saying that I needed food, and like someone gave me like $30, and I ran down to the store and I made a short of like, this is what homeless people do with your money, and it was like, I was like, I gotta get my drugs, and it was me like grabbing a thing of peanut butter, and then I was like, you know, and then you know, I gotta get my cigarettes, and it was a loaf of bread, and then I was like, oh, and my alcohol, and it was a thing of juice. And then that short went up, and then I just started talking about like my feelings of like bipolar and stuff like that. I just kind of really haven't stopped. I just like I try to comment on random things, talk about how like what's going on in my life, and updating stuff. So like that's just kind of how it started. And then we have like a mental health community on Discord. That's it's actually getting very active again, which is cool. So like yeah, I started the channel before I had a job. Army. I was in the army for right around 4 years. 2000. I was in from like mid 2008 to the end of 2012. And like pretty much since I've gotten back, I've struggled the whole time. I was only back for about a month before I like ruined my life and had to get sober. I got locked in a hospital for a bit, and then they would discharge me into a rehab. So like I kind of got sober by accident. But I've always struggled with like I have they call it CPTSD now. I don't want to call it that because it makes it sound really soft. But I've had bipolar 1 since I was 8. Is when I was hospitalized for the first time. Like I had to go to a psych hospital when I was a kid a lot. And then obviously I got back with pretty hardcore PTSD. But I'm pretty balanced out now, I think, and I have a job in the mental health field, which is nice. It helps make me okay with some of my brokenness, I guess you could call it. Esperanto, what have you been up to, man? How's life been treating you? So I'm just trying, and like people like it. I get like people say some mean shit to me sometimes, but like it doesn't really affect me too much. But I'm trying to like, if anything, even if I'm, because like I'll make little shorts when I'm like having a really fucking hard time, and like I'm very negative and doom and gloom. But I try when I have those feelings, I try to talk about how I'm feeling and like how that I know it's okay. So like maybe if someone else hears it, they could be like, "Oh, I struggle with those feelings too," and this guy's sitting here telling me exactly how I feel, and also that it'll get better. So I try. Thanks, Biscuit. I'm just out here doing my best. That's all anybody can do, you know. But things are going better. Um, it seems like my large issues with nightmares have stopped. So I am grateful for that because they were pretty bad, like specific to the service for a long time. They haven't like stopped. I still get them, but they're a lot more manageable now, or they don't really affect me throughout the entire day like they were. Financially. financially either. So like, I want to be able to. It's kind of shitty, but the best way I can actually do it is if I just eat less. I'll be able to give them some money because they're driving here from Idaho to Northern California, so it's like it's gonna be some fucking money for them to come out here, and I don't want them to have to stress about it. So I think I'm just gonna shave off a couple meals here and there, and it should be all right. Should be all right. Yeah, money stress is fucking tough. It gets better. Like I do try to I try to gaslight myself a little bit when it comes to money stuff. Um, I've taken to this like so my original sponsor was like my financial mentor type of thing, and he would constantly remind me that if money can fix a problem, it's not really a problem. And I know that sounds really counterintuitive and stupid. It does when you say it out loud. It sounds really dumb. But like in the reality of it, like I don't know of any problem that like financial problem if I can't solve, it's a long-term full life problem. And that's why I try to stress to people because like I'm currently homeless. I do a lot of stuff to make sure my family doesn't go homeless, like I pay the bills and stuff. Um, but like when it comes to that, like if like really what it looks like, if something happens to me, my family will be homeless. Like I ain't cool with that, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Um, but they're not going to die. Like they might struggle and have a hard time, but they will not die. And that's the whole meat and potatoes of it. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. Like like it, like there's validity in people telling me like, the problem why I can be happy while I'm homeless is because I don't have like that fear in me anymore or whatever the fuck that means. Um, and it's not that I'm afraid of it. Like I definitely would rather like have my own spot and like, heat and running water and shit. Like I'd be cool. Like I'd be fucking 100% down with that. But like I know the alternative. You know what I mean? Like I know that like I'm not going to freeze to death, and I've taught myself how to keep myself warm. Like you know what I mean? Um, and it's not desirable, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not afraid of it anymore. I refuse actually. I will not be afraid of it anymore. And like worrying about it, like it don't work out good. You know what I mean? Like the stress is fucking real bad for you. The stress is fucking real bad for you. So like I don't know if that helps. I brought it up to my girlfriend once. It's like, hey, like if money will fix it, it's not that big of a problem. And like she didn't like that at all. But like it's a way to de-stress because like the only, right though so like the only thing that will fix any type of financial issue is to go out and make money, to do something to make money. So like obviously you can't do that all the time. Um so like you're gonna look for a way to fix financial problems, right? And then in your off time, you're going to stress about it, even though you're doing shit during the day to fix it. Like, and that's where it starts to kind of not make any sense to me. It's like the same thing. Like I wasn't working and I was fucking going hungry, and it was like, okay, like sitting here like stressing about when I'm going to get a call for a job offer or anything like that. It's not helping me at all. So I had to try to like deflect myself from it. You know what I mean? People do get paid to sleep. There's actually, he was the first one to do it, definitely not the last. There's a guy, he's rigged it up so money donations and stuff set off alarms and turn lights on in his house and shit, and he would just like kind of casually take a nap, and people would watch him. He only streamed when he was sleeping. Some of those OnlyFans creatures, those streamers, I think Amaranth is the big one. She actually has higher audience and more viewers when she is asleep. There's tons of people that'll turn their phones on and point it at them while they're sleeping, and people will fucking subscribe and pay for it and shit. Like anything you could possibly ever think of can be marketed. Like, just straight up. You know what I mean? Hmm. So I'm gonna put you here. So, like, where there's a will, there's a way. I mean, it costs nothing to start stocks. Couple bucks. You could try to fuck around with stocks. Technically, that is you kind of making money while you're sleeping. Like, and kind of, sort of. Not like 100%, you know what I mean? But kind of, sort of. A little bit. So with like knowing all these languages and stuff, can you get like certified to be like a translator or anything? I'm sure there's got to be like some type of certification that says you're fluent in a different language or something. Like I don't know how any of that works. I only know one language. But like is there anything like that you can do? Like turn something that you're like already doing as a hobby and that you're passionate about into like a job? Because like I know here, like if you can speak any type of language, because we have so many immigrants here, like it doesn't have to be specifically Spanish or any common language, but they'll pay like some fucking good money for a translator here. I don't know how it is where you are, but it's a thing here. What's up, Wimmy? How you doing, bro? I mean, from what I've seen, there's not too much pressure to translate properly. Like we're having an issue here in the States of people like stepping up to do like sign language translation, and it's like they're not even doing anything. You doing all right? I read that you were struggling yesterday. Is it like anything in particular, or just like not in a great mood? Not trying to put you on the spot, but trying to catch up. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, those are just like shitty waves you have to ride. Unfortunately, there's no other like real loophole about it. You just have to kind of ride the shit wave for a while. I wish I had like some type of like, fucking crazy good thing to say about it, but it's just kind of it ends up falling into the shit category of it is what it is. But you're toughing through it, so that's the important part, toughing through it. Yeah, that's like why like I end up like I've had that conversation with people in my life of like maybe you need your meds changed, maybe you need to do this. If you have bipolar, there's no cure for bipolar, and it's to do exactly what you're describing. Is really the treatment for bipolar is to get the highs and the lows a little closer together and a little like elongated, like shorten the frequency of it. Is really what it is. There's no like fixing it, so to speak. You know what I mean? It just gets that's the same thing. Like I still have very extreme highs and lows, but they're further apart. Is the big one. So just keep staying the course. You're doing good, and you're sober. That's like the important part. That's the big important part is like staying sober while you're trying to figure all the stuff out. So I think you're doing well. And like you're doing your stuff. I constantly see that you're like in meetings and you're socializing a little bit more still on Discord and stuff. So like you're doing all the things. Dude, it's way the fuck easier when you're sober. I tried to balance bipolar treatment while intoxicated, and it doesn't do it. Yeah, keep fucking crushing it, dude. I'd say I think that's an accurate depiction of what you're doing. I think you're crushing it. The newly sober and jumping on top of a new diagnosis is really fucking hard. Like that is just straight challenging. How's everything else been going? How's things going with the old lady? Good, that's fucking awesome. I'm sure she's a lot happier and like probably just now starting to get to a point of like not really having to like worry about you when she's at work and shit, you know? Yeah, that's where I'm at. We got me and Anna got a little spat the other day. That's because I got woken up to someone yelling across the house, and I was just not having it. And then the two of the dogs got in a fight, and I hurt my foot because of that. So like it was just like a little bit of a chain reaction. I might have to go to the urgent care tomorrow because of it. I think there's a high likelihood that I have either a small fracture or a sprain right in the middle of my foot. It is what it is. I struggle with high stress situations and proportionately responding during a high stress situation, I guess is the best way to put it. Um, so I ended up hurting my foot. But she didn't get hurt. The dogs were okay. So what more can you ask for? You know, like everybody's all good. So if I gotta walk around with a limp for a little while, it's worth it. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like getting volatile. Exactly what you said. Like volatility is a thing. So I'm like that's the same thing. Like I'm not violent. I'm not. But like when my stress gets real high, or if like I just straight have not slept much, and like I'm a little crotchety, it can get pretty bad. Yeah, that's the important part. Being able to know where you're a little, when you're off. Being able to know when you're either out of line or you're not in the best mood. Because that's the start. If you don't know that, you don't know how to like correct it. You know what I mean? So good shit, dude. Very good shit. I'm very happy to see the Discord more active. I've been a little less active. I'm like way too high on hours at work. And I've been fucking dead. But I've been checking it and I've been trying to post in there at least once a day, and like it's really good to see like people using it. And there's like it's good to see like I forgot what her original name is because I nicknamed her back to British as fuck a while ago. But it's good to see her coming around and people randomly popping through. It makes me happy. Ruby, thank you. Don't tell her I forgot her name. Hell yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. I have gotten very, very little PMs, which I'm kind of okay with, because for a good while there was too many of them. It's getting super easy to get overloaded. So good. That's usually what I do. I'll see like someone will talk about struggling about something, or like typically it's they put something in the purge room. I'll see it and I'll be like, okay, like, and I'll kind of hang back and monitor and be like, all right, let's see if anybody else talks to him. Let's see if the temperament changes a little bit. So I've been seeing a lot of that. So that's as good. I just want people to do well, but I can't. I like that's where it came down to. Like I can't be the only one trying to help, because then I get burnt out, and then if I get burnt out, everybody who's relying on me to get them through whatever, like, has nobody else, and I think that's kind of what's been causing a good chunk of issues. So I'm happy to see it, and like it comes in turn. I haven't pointed it out to Anna yet, but like she's helping people and she doesn't even know it. Just doing the shit, you know what I mean? And then like she's the type of person that once she gets through the yuck, she'll be helping people. Like there's definitely a pay it forward dynamic for sure that people in the Discord have a tendency to end up doing. I wish I knew where some like the old heads went, like Icarus and shit, but haven't heard from him. I tried to reach out to him a little while ago, but I haven't heard from him in a good while. So I hope he's doing all right. My Ana, or because then there's Ana Yuki is the Japan Ana, and then I'd have to check the Discord actually. She should be all the way to the right though. As oh no, because she's never online. Did she leave the Discord? I don't think so. She might have done it by accident if she did. Appreciate is my honest name on Discord. What's up, Gino? Oh, I appreciate that very much. And yes, I am doing very well. I hope you sleep good. Thanks for popping in and showing a little love. Oh, I learned long ago not to talk about my honest things online. Absolutely, Gino. Really good, really good seeing you, dude. Yeah, no, God, no. I don't talk about honest stuff on stream. I ain't got no death wish, bro. I used to. I used to. And the on occasion times she's popped in for a moment and caught it. She was not happy. Rightly so. I don't like go into like super fucking high detail or nothing about it. I don't do that, but I think it's just more the principle of the whole thing. It got real dicey for a minute too, because like I am more than okay with putting all my like deep personal shit out to the world. Like AA got me used to it. I'm used to it. And like I'm okay. So like there's been times where I'm like sitting here talking about myself and my past and stuff, and she's like texting me. She's like, "You really shouldn't be saying stuff like that." You know, like maybe you just keep that one to yourself, type of thing. Yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Like when it becomes a more positive thing, it's good that she's talking about people. Just when it's dicey, it feels shitty. I get you on that one. That's like there was a period in my first sobriety where like I was just really a dry drunk. I was kind of an asshole, and like I had asked my girlfriend at the time to if she would be the one to give me my coin, and she was like, I don't know what I'd even say. Like, you know what I mean? You're not like working a full ass program or anything. Like, what am I supposed to say? I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. We got an argument, as one does. So it's stuff like that. But like when I got back into like working a full ass program, she was the first one to be telling her friends like, no, he's doing really well now. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as long as you just kind of, I know it can be a little off putting for it to happen, but the blast radius, that's a good way to put it. And it's like the same thing. Like I had a conversation with my boss of like, you know, what's really HIPAA and what's not, because like I have to, like, obviously I can't go online and be like, this is my client's name, this is his diagnosis, this is what he did today. Like I can't do that. But I was like, there's got to be some level of like I need to be able to talk to some people about this shit. And then it's like I don't know how to sit and have a conversation about what's bothering me at work with Anna and not mention a client's name. I was like, is that really breaking HIPAA? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. So it was like little mental gymnastics. That's what I call them anyway. A little mental masturbation type of thing. Yeah, some people just do it. Well, anonymity doesn't transpire into the program itself. That's more like you're not supposed to tell people, like post on someone's Facebook wall. Oh, it was good seeing you at that AA meeting today. You know what I mean? That and that's that falls down to most people don't work the traditions. Yeah, like that's not breaking anonymity. That's not what anonymity means. The name dropping thing's a little weird. I don't know. I think me and you are gonna have a difference of approach on the mentality. Because like with stuff like that, like someone's struggling, yeah, but like how many times have you struggled and just relapsed because you didn't say so? That's been my approach. Like if I think someone's struggling, I'm worried they're going to relapse or something, I'll go tell people. And I'll be like, I would rather them stay sober and hate me than potentially die from a relapse. You know what I mean? Yeah, but if you're gonna not tell somebody and die, like it's a lesson you can't learn from. Yeah, I see your side too of like that's fucking annoying. Like I had an ex girlfriend that like she threatened me. We were having an argument, and she's like, "I'm just gonna fucking relapse." I was like, "All right." So like I called it and like I told her sponsor. I was like, "All right, no problem. Fucking bet. We'll see how this pans out for you." And she got all mad, and I was like, "You told me you were on a relapse. Like I feel like your sponsor should know." Like so I definitely see like the feel like it's a feeling of betrayal is what it ends up being. Like I fucking 100% understand that. Um, but like that's kind of the way I've always viewed it. Of like I would rather you hate me and be alive than potentially be dead. So I see both sides though. For sure. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Yeah, I can get that. I can understand that. Yeah, I mean it happens to me. Like I know people because I haven't been to a meeting since I've been my 5 years, so I know people have talked about it. It's not necessarily enough to bother me though that people talk about it. Oh yeah, well that just ends up like I know that's you saying you don't think you should be doing this, but you're going to do it anyway. Like I think that's a lot fucking different than just casually like name dropping or whatever. That's funny. I've heard tons of people fucking do that. I'm like, you okay? So you're straight up saying I don't think I should be doing this, but here we go. Like that's different to me than just like name dropping or anything like that. You know what I mean? That shit's just kind of funny to me. Yeah, like that shit. Just that whole like I'm not this, but is comical to me because they're really trying. They're like I don't think they're coming from a bad place, but that's just something you can't put at the front of a sentence and it be okay. You cannot. Um, and I genuinely do not think that people are trying to be mean when they do it. I think they're trying to be like, I don't want this to sound wrong. But like even just that, like I don't want this to sound wrong, but is way the fuck better than I don't want this to like I don't mean to be racist or not to be racist. Yeah, I think it's coming from just like it's got to be from a sheer stupidity thing. It's got to be just from stupidity. I don't know what else that could be from. It is fucking thinking about it is fucking funny though. Yeah, I'm assuming I know who you're talking about. She's on the newer side. Yeah, she's brought it up to me before. She actually found me on YouTube Shorts um, the day I posted about getting 5 years. She was like, "Hey, I've been watching some of your stuff, and like, I'm depressed too, and like, sober and stuff." So it's pretty big. Damn, that's cool. I like that. It ends up being like a huge cross mix of people. It's really fucking cool to me. Like how things have just kind of laid themselves out. We have a interesting dynamic and mixture of people. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. And she's like from a part of the world that like I would never be able to imagine getting sober in. She's interesting. I've had some interesting conversations. We'll say interesting conversations. It's sparse, and like any type of support for women is sparse. Like big gap. But like especially just like it's mental health. It's like she's in the like trifecta of people just not giving a shit. And like that is what I've been trying to tell people of like like especially being American, like I know I know like if I right, so if I'm struggling with something, I know if someone's like, "Oh, think about this person." And then you're like, "Well, yeah, but I'm struggling." Like it doesn't like I understand that there's like people who have it real bad in certain countries, but I'm still struggling. Um So like I get that sentiment about it, but like a feeling devalued, like you're not what do you call it? Validated, like feeling devalidated by it. But like it is a good way to look at things. Anna, how you doing? How you be, Miss Yuki? Real good, or you're just telling me you're good? I'm doing good. I got a little nap in. Um, I should actually have a couple days off. Which is like, I fucking need them. I've worked way too much the last couple weeks. So I'm probably going to spend a good chunk of my day tomorrow at the urgent care up the road, but it is what it is. I'm gonna be so fucking butthurt, dude, if my fucking foot is broken. I'm gonna be upset about it. You're trying not to be disturbed more? And how is that going for you? You have 2 days off? Fair enough. I go back Wednesday night, I think. I'm training the new girl. She seems like she's gonna be a fit. She seems like she's gonna be solid at the job. So hopefully that is the case. And then the guy that's been trying to handle some shit is also coming back Thursday. So I should have tonight off, tomorrow night off, and Tuesday night off, and then I'll do 4 days, and then I will be back to working 3 days a week. Is how it's looking like it's going to go. Is that I'm gonna be end up just at my 3 days a week for a while, and the occasional call in. But we'll see, because they hit me with that occasional call in, and I all of a sudden it creeps back up, and I'm working too much. So that's the thing, like it's the real fucking bitch of that with me is like they're gonna want me to get an X-ray because of how insurance works. They're gonna want me to get an X-ray. I know the feeling. It is either a advanced sprain in the direct middle of my foot or a hairline fracture. It's one of the two. Like it swelled up so much I couldn't get my boot off. Like, but I can put about a half of my body weight on it. So it's not like a serious break. I'm thinking that it's just I sprained my foot, not my ankle, my like the middle of my foot. You know how like when you grab your hand or your foot, you can kind of feel it shifting back and forth, right where that shift is. But like they're gonna want to do an X-ray to see if it's broken, to see how bad it is, whatever. If I can get into my doctor's office, she'll just straight give me an air cast. That is what I would prefer. I would prefer just like give me an air cast, like something. But like the last night at work, I could not put any weight on it. I felt bad because like I've been like the anchor at the job for so long. I like texted the girl that's gonna be on days. I was like, I'm sorry. Like they saw me limping and shit. They saw it like it was 20 minutes after it happened, I went into work. Um so like I had to text her and I was like, I really hate to do this. Like, I'll manage if you have an issue, but like do you mind if I don't really do much tonight because my foot is just fucked? And she's like, no, like if you don't have to get up, don't get up. So like every half hour I did my bed checks and just fucking limped through it. But yeah, you put like if it's a bad break, you put a cast on it. But outside of that, if it's if I have like a like a contusion or a fucking it's badly bruised or it's got a hairline fracture or it's a sprain, like any of that stuff, it's to put a splint or put it in a boot. So like I know if I get into my doctor's office, My direct doctor, my PCP, will she'll just be like, all right, yeah, go pick up a boot. Like, go to this medical supply place and I'll call it in and good to go. Yeah, the X-rays just for money, because like anybody who can like, because like the girls at work were like, is it broken? Like even the clients were like, is it broken? I was like, if it is, it's tiny. They're like, oh, you need to go to the emergency room. I'm like, no, like there's nothing. I'm not gonna go to the ER. Like if I for whatever reason I can't be seen at the free clinic down the road or urgent care or my doctor, I'll just make do. I'll go buy a brace myself. I just want something in documentation, so if like honestly, it's so if I need to, I can get a night off. I can extend my time off. I have so much fucking sick time in PTO saved, and they know I'm tired. A lot of what it is I'm just really tired. Um, that's a majority of what it is. I'm run down. We were joking about that because my pay is supposed to be somewhere between 70 and 80 hours a pay cycle, and I'm up at like 120 and change right now. Like I'm way the fuck over. So I'm burnt, and then like part of that's what's going on is like I didn't sleep well, and then I fucked my foot up. Like I'm responsible for that. But like then it was like okay, my foot's fucked up. I can't call out of work. Like, and it's fucking it's exhausting. It is exhausting. Oh, you got blue blad too? Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think I got it at Ross. It was either Ross or Walmart or Goodwill. I don't think it was bought from a fancy place. I get cheap things. I get very cheap things. I like them cheap. It's gotta be washed though. It gets gross. I gotta wash my fucking bedding here at the garage too, because it's fucking like I lay in that bed for anything longer than fucking 2 seconds, it stinks. I buy clothes. I don't really get gifts at all from anybody really, but I go to Ross. It's like it's like one step above like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army. They get like things that can't be sold. Like if a store is struggling selling an item, they'll just sell it to Ross on the super cheap to get rid of it. So like I have some nice shirts. I have some really nice button ups and stuff. Like I have nice clothes. I just don't feel the need to wear them. I even have like a really nice like few $100 suit. It's the same thing. I don't feel the need of wearing it. Is this going to work or what? No? Oh, I don't want to play this. I'm trying to find a game that I could just like fuck off with in the background. Let's see if I can make it windowed. Right now I'm not windowed, so I can't see you typing or anything. Yeah, English. Thank you. Agree. Yes, show me the privacy policy. Thank you. There it is. I did it. Appreciate you. I agree to it. Yeah, show me this one. Thank you. Yep, okay. I agree to it. Super quick reader. Show me this again. Thank you. Options. Firstly, I will go ahead and be muting this. So you can't hear it. Now I should be able to go here. And I can get out of full screen and go to window. Ta-da! I feel like I'm such high skill. It's still not great though. So why can't I grab the edge if it's windowed and make it smaller? Well, I'm gonna have to figure this out at a later date. Oh, it's because I have to fucking change the aspect. resolution. Yeah. Like that. Yeah, like that. There you go. I got it. Oh my god, I feel so smart. I feel so smart. Yeah, I did it. I got it. Okay. You don't have to make fun of me, bro. This is like I don't think I can actually play this like this though. It's the problem. I think it's too small. We'll see. I'm not good at this game anyway. I'll probably stream it tomorrow. And like do a stream if that's not hyper focused on chatting. City Skylines. Yeah, it's fucking too small to play at this resolution. I really need to get a second monitor. I just like to get a little stuff going so like I can get something for myself going in the background, but we won't do it this time. I just wanted to stream for a little bit anyway. I'm actually going to lay down. Unless you want to talk in Discord for a little bit, shoot the shit or whatever. But I am going to wrap stream up. But I'm going to be awake for a little bit. It's 2 o'clock in the morning though. And I'm fucking tired, dude. But I'm down to bullshit in Discord if you want. It's up to you. Yeah, I'll pop into Discord. Anybody who may or may not be watching, I'll catch you in the next